Hello, everybody. Welcome to My Weekly Meltdown's first ever patron exclusive show. We are here to, we want to do these like once a month, just as like a bonus exclusive for all of our patrons that are helping support us and all that fun stuff. And Beth and I actually casted a Big Brother All-Star season last week using Survivor cast members. So we figured for the first ever patron show, let's play that out and see what happens. With me tonight is Allison. How are you doing, Allison?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Just
good.
And Beth, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Everyone's good.
Beth, if you want to explain like the rules for like how we casted this, all that fun stuff.
Sure. So what we decided was, in order to give us some parameters when we were casting this, that we couldn't choose any Survivor winners, and we couldn't choose anybody from the same season. So, for example, you'll see that Jerry Manthi's in the season, and she was on not only Australia, she was also on All Stars season 8 and Heroes versus Villains in season 20. So that meant anybody else who played in any of those seasons with her were ineligible, regardless if they were on her original season or not. So it really kind of challenged us at first, but it really made sure that we had people from old school, middle school, and new school all over the place, and that we were giving a lot of love to the different people. I think that sometimes when we watch all of these different all-star shows, we find that we don't like when people have previous connections. So it's kind of cool that we casted an entire season with people who have no connection in terms of game to themselves at all. And then Allison made a little twist on the action for us as well when it came to casting as well.
Yes, we have Rory the Virgo. Hello, yeah, he's our one patron, and
yes, he says BRANTSTEELE. Thanks for tuning in, Rory the Virgo. We love you. Thank you so much for being a patron and joining along with us as we go through this. So we actually, I wanted to talk about Finley on here for a second because he actually won a secret power of veto, and he got to solely decide one person to kick out of the cast and replace himself with. So he decided, listen, I think I'm a smarter brainiac than Ken Huang from Survivor Gabon, so I'm giving him the boot, and Finley is joining us in tonight's BRANTSTEELE. Allison, how do you feel about that?
I'm trying not to cry. I'm getting a little emotional. Yeah. You know, Finley.
It's a big moment for Finley.
He's 9 years old. He's been on my lap for 9 years watching Big Brother and Survivor. Has he been next
to you hissing, not really on your lap?
Yeah. Hissing, biting in my lap, on my head, scaring the shit out of me, under covers on the couch. He's there. He's not in here right now, though. I don't know where. He's usually in here. He knows when it's showtime, but I think it's...
well, I think he's in the Big Brother house. I think that's what's going on.
That's right. He's 9 years. He's look at that.
Oh, my God.
I love it.
Who's the star? Can we just point out the star, the real star here?
What a great headshot Finley has chosen.
Oh, no. Okay. I take wonderful pictures of cats.
So we're gonna play out this season. Just
Can we just point out something just because we're next to each other? Finley and Drew Christie are making the same exact face.
They are making the Zoolander.
Literally, Finley was like, "You think that's some kind of pose?"
Move over, bitch.
I mean, maybe this is like a preseason alliance going on. Maybe Finley and Drew Christie have teamed up and they're going to wreak havoc in the Big Brother house.
He's like, move over. I'm going to bury you in my little box. Get out here.
But basically what Beth and I tried to look for is like the opposite of what's going on in Big Brother 22 All-Stars with like preseason alliances, people knowing each other and people that are just willing to get together and create like the most boring season ever. It's no secret that like we are so frustrated with casting for Big Brother sometimes, and honestly we find ourselves saying all the time, we think we can do a better job, we think we can make a better season. So this was our challenge here, and do we have any more thoughts before we get started? Allison, is there anybody that you think Finley could align with?
Jerry or Ali Maria, or Abby Maria.
I do want this to be known right now as Jamal, Abby, both follow me, that if they do well, I will have to take clips from this tonight and show them the key things. do we think what would happen if Finley is the first boot? What are you going to do, Allison, if that ends up being the case?
Hide, keep the door locked, so I'm in trouble.
Well, I did give some profiles to everybody here, so let's go to Finley. So
Time out. Did you say Abby Maria was an endurance?
Yeah, she does pretty well in endurance comps in Survivor.
I'll wait till you read Finley's.
So Finley has an extreme rage temperament. He's also a backstabber. His social skills are terrible, but he is a strategic mastermind. So
and he is a comp beast.
Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna get a lot of drama out of Finley. Probably more drama out of just this single cat than we got in the entire season of Big Brother 22 All Stars.
That's really not that hard. That's a really low bar to set Finley at,
That's
and
fair.
we know
That's
that he
true.
can do a lot more than that.
Absolutely.
I
have a feeling.
Can y'all hear that?
What? No, I don't think so.
My neighbor's blowing leaves or something, so I'm gonna have to mute periodically.
All right.
I think it's easy to say that Finley is go. Oh wait, now that you muted, I hear.
Yeah, I heard it before you muted.
Now that we have Finley, I think it's safe to say Finley's going to bring some like Keisha's birthday action on like day one. I think that's what we're going to get.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, his picture though is just so good. It's like he was made for this.
I just literally can't get. He and Drew.
I almost photoshopped like a jungle background behind Finley to like kind of blend in with all these other cast photos. It's
literally like the only thing that could have been better is if Natalie Bolton's picture was on the other side. It could have been like the three of them doing modeling poses.
I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this shit show. Here we go. All right, so.
Yes, show us the relationships.
Yeah, so right off the bat, Jamal and Finley feel a mutual small bond towards each other.
It is quite small. Wait, time out. Natalie and Drew. Did I not literally just say the model thing? Yeah. Natalie and Drew feel a mutual small bond. We have Taj and John, which I love that pairing, actually.
I do too, yeah.
Obviously, King Finley. Do we think Finley is getting him with Jamal, or do you think Jamal's going, I need to get on this cat's good side?
I think Jamal is a really smart player. I think that he could be seeing the long game. You know, Finley's a comp beast, right? He's literally a beast. He's a cat. So he wants to really...
He's using it as a shield.
Yeah.
To help him. You know, Finley's going to have to carry Jamal.
Yes, exactly. Totally agree. Instead
totally
of
not the other way physically. Yeah. All literally pick up Finley. John and Davey have a slight dislike towards each other. That's an interesting one.
And Lauren Collin. Let's see.
Lauren and Finley have a mutual slight bond.
Wow, Davey's also getting a dislike with Ian. What is Davey doing to make him not like
So right
him?
off the bat, Davey's looking like a first group potential.
I'm very shocked by that. Davey's such a likable character. I can't believe
I put him as the social butterfly. So I don't know like what's happening here. But another one I really like here, John and Jerry have a mutual slight bond towards each other. Old school all the way. So we'll see if they win this Big Brother season.
No, wait, go back. Oh. The other big one that we have to talk about that is iconic is that Taj and Jatia are going to do some Black Girl magic. That is amazing. Yeah. I'm totally here for that. Lauren and Jay as well, but Taj and Jatia, please go all the way.
Yes. Taj is looking pretty good.
If there's some awesome moments, girl, I'm DMing her. Listen, you got this.
All right, so we're doing this Big Brother 21. That's the most recent season, and honestly, like the other seasons have like twin twists or like a saboteur, like just like funky things to kind of alter the how this BRANTSTEELE would work. So I went with Big Brother 21. It's the least like game breaking, if that makes any sense. So they're gonna vote for a camp director this first week, and the camp director will be safe for eviction and gain power in this game. So let's see how
and as we remember, the camp director is not the first HOH.
Yes.
So it literally just means that they eventually. Well, I won't spoil it. But
yes. So right off the back, Chrissy, Davey, Drew, Jamal, and Taj, they all want to be the camp director.
Can we just say? Yep. Oh, go ahead.
I told you she's going to come in aggressive, that Chrissy.
I mean, does she know any other way? Let's be honest.
It's also not shocking that Drew's like, I'm totally going to be camp director this first night.
Yeah. I think Davey's doing this because he thinks he's in trouble already.
Well, Finley's not up there because he's smart.
That's true. Finley has voted Davey to be camp director.
Taj has 3. That seems right to me.
Mm-hmm.
Taj has 4.
Taj has 4. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
This is already more interesting than when the camp director was made in BB21.
Looks like it's coming down to Jamal and Taj.
I'm good with either one of them.
So it comes down to a tie, and because of the tie, the camp director will be randomly chosen among the top vote receivers. So Jamal is the new camp director and will banish 4 house guests from the house.
Guys, can we also talk about Drew didn't get any votes? Sad.
Yeah. His campaign did not work, similar to somebody else's campaign coming up on November 3rd.
I wonder why Finley didn't vote for Jamal to be camp director.
What do you think? I mean, you are the Finley expert here.
I don't know. He doesn't want their relationship to be obvious.
I see.
I like that. that.
Finley's playing the long game here. I think he's in it
for the long haul.
Yeah. All right. So Jamal is the new camp director. Will manage 4 house guests from the house. 3 of the house guests will win their way back into the house. So he has chosen Finley.
Sure, I wish I'd seen that before the scroll. It's scrolled ahead of time.
Natalie Bolton and Abby Maria. All right. How do we feel about these 4?
You know what? I don't know. They're villains. I want them all in.
Yeah, we need to reshuffle this. Can we go back?
No.
Only one of them.
Only one of them's being evicted. So Finley is a comp beast. Like, this could still happen.
I am dead too.
All right. Let's see what happens. All right. Search for Camp BB. The 4 banished house guests compete. Finley is the first to return to the house. Jay returns in Abby Maria. So Natalie is eliminated from the game. Natalie Bolton, first boot. How do we feel?
Here's the thing. We know that there's a buyback in BB21. So
yeah,
Natalie's going to win her way back in. I'm actually very sad. I love Natalie. Wanted to see what she could bring to this game. She's somebody who I think was underrated a lot because of Parvati and and Amanda, but she played a really integral role and wasn't afraid to say what she wanted to. I was hoping for a Natalie Abby duo. So it's sad to see Natalie go so soon.
Yes. All right. So this is the head of household competition. Jamal as camp director does not compete, but chooses the pairs. So he puts Finley and John Carroll together. Abby Maria and Drew Christie. God, what a pair that is.
Oh, God.
Davey and Ian, Albert and Chrissy. I feel like Albert and Chrissy is a good...
Great one.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I also like Jatia and Lauren.
Yeah. Chelsea and Jay, the 2 social butterflies, I would say. And Jerry and Taj. And Chelsea has won the head of household competition.
She's going to nominate Finley. It's written all over her.
Let's see. So house guests are informed that over the next 3 weeks, everyone will compete in a WACtivity.
Activity!
I don't remember this shit at all. Like, that's how, like...
I like when you were like, I had like the least game breaking. I'm like, I don't think he remembers this.
Only at the beginning.
It's right under Nightmare Comp.
So my first thought was like Big Brother 17, but then like it had me like enter like twins and stuff like that, and like I just didn't want like any of that stuff. So
you also had to deal with Battle of the Block and BB17. And,
yeah, like and we're not doing
ready
that.
for a takeover, but that's done after week 3.
All right. So here are the 3 groups: the Nightmare Comp, the Chaos Comp, and the Panic Comp. So let's see who wins each. All right. So Jay has won the Nightmare Power. This power can force the HOH to make 2 nominations for the first 6 nomination ceremonies. That's a pretty good power.
It's a great power.
Where was that power in Big Brother 22? All right, so Chelsea begins the nomination ceremony, and she has nominated Drew and Jerry, and Jay has the power.
The backdoor plan for Finley because he's ferocious. They all know it.
Out of these two, I'm rooting for Jerry to stay. I was very high on her, like in her casting, so I hope she makes it a little longer than this. The HOH and the 2 nominees participate in the power of veto. Chelsea draws Chrissy, Drew draws Abby, and Jerry draws Jatia. And Jatia has won her first power of veto.
She'll keep noms the same.
I think she will. It's too early.
Too early.
Too early. Oh, Jatia ended up using the power of veto on Drew, and Chelsea has named Chrissy as the replacement.
Damn!
Allison called Chrissy as the first boot.
Which, it's not technically the first
I'm
boot.
scared.
Let's just go to Vegas. I'm ready to blow on some dice.
Right.
Do you ever watch horses? I feel like we should take you to the track.
Let's go to the track. I want to wear a fancy hat. What's it called? They wear the big hats.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby?
The Kentucky Derby.
The Derby
Tyler
hat.
can wear the doo-doo hat.
I mean, Chrissy really could go here. And if that's the case and Chrissy is the first boot, that means we're looking at Abby Maria as the winner of the season if Allison's prophecy has come true. So
yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for
What
it.
did I say was going to win?
Abby Maria.
Listen, I'm just saying.
All right, so let's see how
this was before we put Finley in. So has your answer changed at all? Will Finley be your winner pick?
Finley's a strong competitor and he's going to be a threat. If they vote him out, he's going to take it as a badge of honor.
Okay.
All right, so let's see how the votes shake out.
What do you think that Drew's speech was to Jatia? Do you think he just went, Jatia?
What happened?
Exactly like that. Definitely. So hold on.
Drew has a major meltdown.
Drew has a major meltdown. And Jerry is impressing the rest of the house. This is not good.
So I guess Chrissy got voted out.
Not yet.
She just got replaced as an.
So this is an alliance. Chelsea, Finley, Jatia, Jamal, and Lauren. So Finley and Jamal really looking out for each other here.
Except for that time when Jamal banished.
Yeah, you banished me. and Finley's like, well, I didn't even vote for your ass to be, so whatever.
All right, so let's see how the votes shake out. We're going. It's pretty close. It's not a landslide by any means. Ooh. Finley has voted to evict Chrissy.
He's my
sticking by his alliance.
Wow, 6-5, 6-6. Ooh, it's a tie. The first week.
Whoa, that's way more exciting than BB22.
So Chelsea decides who goes home, and she evicts Jerry. Jerry is the first evicted house guest.
I did not see that coming. Me being wrong, I'm not used to. I'm
a little bummed out.
Of course. Chelsea, I think this is a really cool move for Chelsea to make, though. If you're looking at personality here, Chrissy is absolutely somebody I see Chelsea working with. Jerry, maybe not so much. So if you're going to choose out of the two of them, I could see that. But wow, Chelsea got a lot of blood on her hands. Her first HOH had to do a renom, and she had to do the sole vote to evict at the end of it. Because
you either go big or go home. Sometimes you got to start big.
It's true.
Yeah. And I think if anybody can recover from this, I think it's Chelsea. Like Alex Kidwell said, she is a very social player. He doesn't think that she goes home early in any situation. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Remember when we said that about Nicole Anthony?
Yeah, true. Nicole Anderson. House guests are informed that the first 4 house guests will not leave the house. They will remain inside the house as part of Camp Comeback.
Hey, you know what's nice about this is so far we have 2 white people and not all the POCs that are in the Camp Comeback. Yay!
Yeah, that's true.
That's already better than BB21.
Already better. So this is how we're looking.
It is 2 women though. So we need to get a guy out.
True.
Put that out.
Finley's gotta work on that. All right, so this alliance is still holding strong.
It is such an interesting alliance. I love it.
It is. I'm rooting for it. I like it. It's good. Jamal feels a medium dislike towards Jerry. And Abby Maria is starting to clash with Drew.
Shocker.
So Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Wow, lots of dislike for Jerry across the board here.
A lot of hate.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And, Jamal and Finley still checking in, still good. And he feels a medium dislike towards Jerry.
Well, remember, Jerry was just voted out, so she probably came back in and created fireworks and is just pissing everyone off.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like I'm just going to spray your stuff.
Do you think Finley's just pissing on her stuff?
He's going to piss on her stuff because he wanted her to go.
Maybe her hair's too curly and he keeps trying to like claw it or something. I don't know
Probably.
if that's work. Is that a thing? All right, let's see. So we're going to proceed. And Davey wins the HOH competition.
Ooh. I can't wait to see what Davey does. Now, he was somebody who had some dislike towards him, but maybe that the heat has been taken off of him
like
now that Jerry seems to be the one stirring the pot a lot. And Drew.
So let's see what Davey does.
I bet he puts up Drew. Oh, yeah, it's the Chaos Camp this time.
So 4 house guests compete in the Chaos comp. And Jatia wins the Chaos power.
Jatia's just winning comps left and right. We love this. We love to see it.
She is a comp beast. Finley is jealous. The power can force a redraw for players in the veto if until there are 6 players. All right, this is a stupid power. She's not.
Slow and steady wins the race.
It's not a stupid power, actually. It was used pretty effectively because if there's somebody who gets drawn that you don't want, or if the drawing's not in your favor, you're in the minority of the house, you can redraw it all and see if you get a better chance the second time around.
We'll see what she does with it.
It's kind of a Hail Mary pass.
So Davey has nominated Chrissy and Drew, and Jay has decided not to use the Nightmare power, so he still has that. All right, let's see. So here is the veto. So Chrissy draws Finley, Davey draws Jatia, and and Drew gets house guest choice, and he chooses Albert to participate. Albert's very under the radar right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing for him to be doing.
Yeah, he's not in any alliances right now. He's a very social and intellectual player, so I think that this is a really interesting thing to have Drew be the one that chooses him.
Jatia has not used her chaos power, but she wins the power of veto.
Again.
Comp beast, Jatia, you better come through. I'm here for it.
Maybe it was a rice throwing competition. She was like, I have a lot of experience from Survivor with this. So
and she was just like...
All right, so...
Through the slap in the pool, I think is what we said in the...
So Jatia uses the power of veto again on Drew. Davey names Chelsea as the replacement. So we got Chelsea on the block together. Maybe I spoke too soon for Chelsea. Maybe this is her time. Beth, I think you manifested this.
I think what's interesting here, do we think that Chelsea is up because Davey wants to ensure Chrissy goes home? Because Chelsea's in an alliance.
That's true.
Chrissy's
I think Chrissy's in trouble here.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Chrissy's impressing the rest of the house. And so is Jamal. Let's see. So Jatia leaves the alliance with Chelsea, Finley, Jamal, and Lauren. So I wonder what happened there. She was like, listen, I can't keep winning all these comps. Like, you guys have to win something.
She's saving people that aren't in the alliance. They kicked her out.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Finley was like, listen, I've had it with this.
At least like I'm going to pee on your stuff.
I bet Jatia said, I'm going to go work with Albert, Drew, and Natalie, who are in this other alliance, but doesn't want to be an official.
I thought Natalie was out.
Yeah, but because I can't come back.
She's still like talking and like hanging out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So let's see how the votes shake out. Looking like a clean sweep for Chrissy.
Yeah.
Man, this sucks. Chrissy, you got all 11 votes.
Damn, Tyler, your picks are just going left and right.
I know, right? I think I can confidently say that Beth's team will probably win this season of Big Brother or Finley.
I don't know.
But you're like Finley.
If Finley wins, that is technically Allison's team.
All right.
It's our win.
All right.
So these are the alliances. Jatia is still not in that alliance, but I think she's working on it. She's trying.
It's interesting the people who aren't in an alliance who I think that are super social. I think of people like Taj. I think of
Taj has been very under the radar too. I feel like we've got like certain people that are like really coming out of the gate strong with like winning comps, forming alliances, all this stuff. But there's a lot of like floaters that still haven't like found their way in the group yet. So we'll see what happens. Jay has won the head of household competition.
Oh, that little punk is going to nominate Finley. I know it.
So these 5 compete in the Panic Comp. This can turn the Golden Power of Veto into a Diamond Power of Veto at the next 4 Power of Veto ceremonies. That means the veto holder can name the replacement nominee.
This is the one that Chrissy had, and it was way overpowered because she always threatened to use it, but never actually did. So
Ian has won this power, so we'll see what he uses. He does with it. We'll see.
Ian's another one that's not in any alliances. You're not really seeing him right now, and that's interesting.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. So Jay begins the nomination ceremony, and Abby and Drew are nominated. Drew's the new Victoria. I feel like he's like always on the block. So Jay draws John, Abby draws Chelsea, and Drew gets house guest choice again, and he chooses Albert again. So Jatia is not winning this power of veto, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Chelsea has won the power of veto. Good for her.
The haunting of Caitlin Herman was the.
Oh God, that was horrible. She's just horrible.
That's funny. So the nominated house guests give speeches about the veto. And let's see. Chelsea does not use the power of veto, so these nominations are final. I think this is Drew Christie's time.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Abby's better connected than Drew at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like though she's gonna stir the pot a little bit while she's nominated and get herself kicked out possibly.
All I'm saying is I have a feeling that whoever gets out now is going to be the one that comes back. So if it's Drew or Abby, it's going to happen.
So there's a third alliance that forms. Abby Maria, Finley, and Lauren O'Connell.
Listen, this is the second alliance that Lauren and Finley are in. What are we missing?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Lauren and Finley, final two.
Abby and Finley would work together.
You sure did. You called the shit out of that.
I could see it. I could see that happening. All right, let's see. So the vote happens. 2-2, 3-2. Oh, it's looking like it's Abby and Maria.
No, not Abby!
So Abby Maria is the 4th one evicted.
But we have to say at least that she's in Camp Comeback so we can continue to watch her on feeds.
Yes. All right, so the 4 evicted house guys compete, and Jerry has won and returns into the game.
Wow!
All right.
Oh. Here we go.
Well, it is sad that the first 4 eliminated were women, much like a current season that we're watching.
That's true. This is very typical of a Big Brother and Survivor season. 4 very strong women. So Jerry has returned to the game. I don't know. Maybe this is a redemption arc for Jerry. Maybe she goes all the way. She wins it after this.
I'm here for it because Jerry has clearly pissed off the whole house. So what I need her to do is win HOH right now.
Yes. All right.
Whoa.
So these are our alliances. So Albert and Drew still holding strong in an alliance. We still got Chelsea, Finley, Jamal, and Lauren, but a separate alliance, like a final 2 of Finley and Lauren. All right. So let's see who wins the head of household. Drew has won the head of household competition. Wow.
I'm literally only here for Drew causing chaos. Like,
I'm going to nominate Finley.
And Drew, he gets to pick the 4 have-nots, and Finley is a have-not this week.
Does he have any idea what that's going to cause?
I mean, Finley has to take cold showers. How does Finley feel about cold showers, Allison?
Well, he licks his own butthole. So if he can do that, if he can lick his own butthole and his own fake nuts, then he can handle it. You know, cats don't really take showers. So the joke's on you, Drew.
I feel like Ian and Jay will handle it well, but I feel like Jerry and Finley are not going to be good have-nots. So we'll see.
We're going to bond over this.
So Drew has nominated Jay and John. He's like, listen, there's too many Jay names in this in the season. We got to get some of them out, and I love Jamal way too much. So Sorry, that's it. But Jay has the nightmare power. He uses it, so both nominees are now safe for the week. So Drew has to begin the nomination ceremony again, and he chooses Ian and Jamal. He's like, "Listen, there's a third Jay name in this season. I got to get him out, but I don't know, Jamal. I hope he doesn't go. But also, like, I have a really soft spot in my heart for Ian and his Survivor time. So this is a tough week." Man,
they're just going to try to blow out all of Finley's Alliance members.
I know, right?
What do you think Drew's speech was like when he nominated those two?
Let's see.
Listen, I'm going to do what nobody else here was willing to do, and I'm going to put up on the block two people who I think are really big at masterminding this game. I'm going to go with Jamal. I'm sorry, man. And I'm going to have to go for Ian. Dude, you freak me out. You think a lot. I don't know what's happening. I feel like it's going to be something like that.
Would he say, like, I am the mastermind of this game and you are not?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you guys think you have it going on. Or, like, at least he's saying that for sure in the diary room. I put these two up because there's only one mastermind and it's clearly me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. You're not in my, like, alliance. So... you gotta go,
dude. So Jatia, he uses Jatia uses the chaos power. So the veto is redrawn. So now Finley, Albert, and John Carroll.
Wait, go back up. Who were the ones before?
Jay, Jerry, and Albert.
Oh wow. Okay, so what's different here is Albert still got drawn.
Albert's a lucky pick. We'll see.
Yeah.
And he wins the power of veto. So I guess it was just meant to be that he wins this veto. And it's called Take It Off. And so I don't know what that's
10
about.
10 out of 10 would be fine with that.
Yeah, I would be very okay with that. That's quite all right with me. We'll see what happens with the power of veto. Albert uses the power of veto on Ian. And Drew names Jerry as a replacement. This is a revolving door for Jerry.
Do we think this was just a backdoor plan to get Jerry out?
I think so.
I think too many powers were used for it to actually be a well strategically planned backdoor. It's Drew. Okay.
Listen, he's the mastermind.
He is not.
Even if he didn't think of it, he would be like, this is actually a blessing in disguise because now I can get Jerry out, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Finley's whiskers have more strategic power than Drew Christie.
And honestly, maybe Finley told that to Albert because Albert has left the alliance with Drew Christie. So that is no longer a thing. And also Drew had a small fight with John Carroll. So Drew is really not doing well here.
I think that Albert wasn't supposed to use the veto, and he did. And then he was like, I'm getting out of this alliance with you. Bye. The only person that was holding us together was Abby, and she's no longer here.
Yeah. And Drew's the outgoing HOH. So I feel like no matter who wins next week, I think we're seeing Drew Christie on the block again.
Agreed.
All right. So let's see how the vote shakes out. It's looking like a almost clean sweep for Jerry. Except Jatia votes to evict Jamal. So Jerry is once again evicted from the Big Brother house.
Can we just talk about how quiet Taj and John really are in this game?
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
I really haven't seen Taj like at all in terms of like alliances or.
I know.
All right, so let's see what happens next. Allison is so like lasered in on Finley winning this season.
I'm just like having a heart attack.
All right, so
every time you hit that button,
this is the only alliances that is really happening, and just some small small bonds with each other, some small.
With Finley, Lauren and Finley feel a mutual small bond toward one another. Of course.
Yeah.
And
I would hope so. They're final too.
Yeah, that's true. And she has won the head of household competition.
Hey, good news for Finley.
Yeah. She's chosen Jatia, Jay, and John Carroll as have-nots. And she has nominated Jay and John.
Yes, get the men out.
Yeah. We love to see it.
Sorry.
It's okay. So Albert, Jamal, and Finley are... John Carroll draws house guest choice, and he chooses Finley to participate.
Finley's social game is unparalleled.
Yeah.
Let me just say.
Such a good gamer.
How is it? No, wait. How is it with all the shit that you put in for him that he is like the strategic, like social player of this game?
Listen, you fill out the application, you go in there and you listen, you don't know what's going to happen when you get in that house with all those people.
Yeah.
Boy, I expect the unexpected for sure. My God.
Maybe it's because Finley's like so much of an influencer, right? Like he has so many followers on Instagram that like it's just magnetic energy in the Big Brother house.
So are you saying that production's rigging it for him?
Yeah, definitely. Is Finley working on a vegan cookbook to promote? Once he's
nice!
on the
In his jewelry company.
Yeah.
No. But, he's trying to get himself to get on Cat from Hell with Jackson Galaxy.
So Albert has won another power veto.
Oh my God! This was the competition where they actually had sheep. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Real sheep.
And I tried to block out a lot of Big Brother 21, as you can see. So let's see. So Albert uses the power veto on Jay, and Lauren names Jatia as the replacement. Jatia and John Carroll are the final nominees.
I think like John's got to go.
I think so too, but like I understand why Lauren would want to put Jatia up because she's just won like so many comps, right? Like she's really came out swinging in this game, and I don't know, we'll see.
And Jatia left her alliance, so she must feel some kind of like disloyalty there.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I think that even though John is impressing the rest of the house, I feel like Jatia has enough people on her side to keep her.
I think so too. Rory says Finley's bribing the house guests with Instagram followers.
Totally.
He almost has 300 followers. Make things happen for you.
Yeah, big things. Albert and Drew have a major fight, and Ian and Lauren bond strongly. I like that pairing. I think that's a good alliance. So let's see how the votes shake out. So it's looking pretty.
Oh,
split.
it's like tied somewhere.
All right. So by a vote of 6-3, John Carroll, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. First guy evicted. So we'll see if that trend continues.
John was very, I mean, John's biggest move that he's known for in Survivors, he is the one that orchestrated getting Boston Rob out of his first season of Survivor in Marquesas. And I feel like John Carroll has really stayed involved with the reality show competition kind of community. He played Sequester. He did all those different kinds of things, but he played a pretty quiet game here. And I don't think he got the kind of grip on the game that he needed to, unfortunately.
Yeah. Maybe he enjoyed Sequester more than he did his Big Brother's experience.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So let's see. No new alliances. Same old there. All right. Finley has won the head of household. Allison, how do you feel?
We're at the halfway mark. It's the perfect time for Finley. He waited to pounce, and he's in it to win it.
The comp is called Camp Expo. What do you, Beth? Do you remember what comp that was?
I don't. I'm gonna look it up.
All right, let's see what Finley does. So Finley has nominated Drew and Jay.
Oh, they had to memorize ads for various camps that were set up in the backyard. So he has a good memory.
He never forgets. He remembers everything.
All right, so let's see what happens. So Finley draws Albert. Man, Albert gets drawn like every week for the power veto. Drew draws Davey, and Jay draws Ian to participate. Let's see. So in the power veto competition, Albert wins a punishment and will be an alien doctor for 24 hours. Jay wins a punishment and will get yelled at by aliens for 24 hours.
That's actually, I would love to watch that. Jay
that would be really funny.
At by the alien guy. That's really funny.
David wins a punishment and will be the Big Brother Explorer. Drew wins a trip to Hawaii. Finley wins $5,000. Allison, what is Finley going to do with that $5,000?
Finley's going to get one of those automatic cat boxes that cleans itself. Toilet. He's going to get one of those fancy little filtered water fountains. I mean, the really cool kind, not the regular kind. And he's going to get that little food bowl that's automated that when he can put his little paw over and it spits out the food. And I'm probably going to get him a robo little vacuum to ride.
All right. And Ian has won the power of veto. So Finley's looking good. Let's see. So Ian has the panic power. He uses it. So Ian can name the replacement. All right. So he basically uses Chrissy's overpowered like diamond power veto. I totally forgot that he had that. So this is a pretty cool thing. So Ian uses the power of veto on Drew and names Chelsea as the replacement.
Wow. Who do we think is going to go here?
I'm not happy about that. Finley's not happy because, he wanted Drew or Jay to go, and he's pissed.
I don't want to see either of these people go. I feel like both of these people are cast members I think would actually do very well in Big Brother. But if I had to choose here, I would be voting to evict Jay. So let's see what happens.
He's Hickson and Quan on furniture right now.
What's interesting about this is that is Jay in that alliance with Chelsea? No. Oh, okay.
And Jay's losing significant popularity. Jamal has left the alliance with Chelsea.
No! What?
I thought you were saying yay. I couldn't tell what you were yelling.
I did too. I was
You went like this. No!
There's got to be a reason. No!
Yeah, first Jatia leaves, now Jamal. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. All right, so let's see how the votes shake out. It's looking like Jay.
Finley's happy. He wanted either one to go. That's why he nominated him. He doesn't do pawns. He puts up two people he wants down.
All right.
Just, one thing I will always keep in mind in the really incredibly slim chance I ever play is if I am ever put up as a pawn, I'm told that I am disposable to those people. So
yes.
Pawns go home, but pawns are also a message of those people aren't your friends. So
that's right.
You're expendable to them.
Yeah.
You're expendable.
Yep. All right. So just to refresh who we have left in the season, we have Albert, Chelsea, Davey, Drew, Finley, Ian, Jatia, Jamal, Lauren, and Taj. I honestly keep forgetting that Taj is here. I'm worried that her winner's equity is like going down because she's really not doing like anything. So I don't know. But the comps are pretty spread out here. We like pretty much everybody except for Jamal and Taj have won a competition. So
I would just like to point out at this final 11? 10.
10, yeah.
This final 10, it is mostly beautiful Black people who are, and then 4 white people and a cat.
And a cat.
are rocking this. And this is how you know this is a simulator, because Big Brother would never, unfortunately.
No, definitely not. I mean, our BRANTSTEELE for Big Brother All-Stars, Kaser won, and Cody was not going to let that happen. King Kaser.
Well, can we also remember that our simulator started off with like Davon and like Bailey getting nominated in like the first week or whatever? It was a tragedy.
Yeah. All right, so let's see who wins. Oh, first we're going to check in with the alliances. Okay. So Chelsea, Finley, and Lauren still going strong.
Going strong.
Yeah, but if they need to cut somebody, it's going to be Chelsea because Finley and Lauren have that final 2. So Chelsea has won the head of household. Man, I feel like Chelsea's journey is a roller coaster here.
This one is the HOH competition where they had to get like shoved, like they're in like a fake kayak and they had to like get as close to like 12 seconds without going over or something like that.
Didn't Annalise win this one? It was like a very random winner, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was something like that, yeah.
All right. America will be voting for 3 house guests who will compete against one another. The winner will get immunity for the week. The runner-up will receive a punishment, and the loser will be a 3rd nominee. America votes for Drew, Jatia, and Lauren.
That's an interesting trio because there are 3 very different alliances and placements in the house.
Yeah.
So this could either really benefit one side, it could really be a hindrance.
Rory points out that Jay is the first juror.
Yes.
So that's something to keep in mind too. All right, so let's see. So Lauren wins immunity for the week. Not that she really needed it because Chelsea was HOH and they're in that alliance together. Drew must wear a chicken costume.
This was the one that Annalise had to wear the chicken costume.
That's right. And Jatia automatically nominated. that sucks for Jatia. But she still has the power of veto. We'll see what happens. But I just love the thought of Drew Christie having to wear a chicken costume.
That's amazing.
I can't deal with it.
All right. So Chelsea has nominated Drew and Ian along with Jatia.
Oh, that's right. That's the 3. There. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And Jamal and Finley are also participating in the power of veto.
Finley is just a player. He's
So,
in the veto comps, man.
So this is the OTEV competition, and there is a curse that no player who has won OTEV has won the season. So Drew wins the power of veto. What are you laughing at?
Trying to think of Finley trying to go up.
Hell, because cats hate water. He's pissed and he's pissed.
I like that he's just like digging his claws into the rope.
He's trying to get on someone's back.
Let alone trying to find shit. Like that would be like a cat could like, in a litter box or whatever, just like that's fine. But just the idea of trying to go up that
He was out the first round. He probably didn't even participate. I ain't getting in that.
Well, there's like water at the bottom of it, so maybe he just like abstained from competing in the competition because cats and water. I don't know. All right, so let's see. So Drew uses the veto on himself, and Chelsea names Jamal as the replacement. So the nominees are Jamal, Ian, and Jatia.
And Jamal just left their alliance.
Yeah,
so
that's probably why she nominated him.
Yeah. Do we think that he's actually a target, or do you think that she's just using him as a replacement nominee and that hoping that either Jatia or Ian goes? I actually think Ian's going to go here.
If I were voting, I would take out Jatia here.
I would too, just because he's won a lot of stuff.
Oh, exactly. I would too, but we're talking about people who have these relationships and such in the game, and I feel like Ian's the least connected out of these.
That's true. All right, so let's see. Drew and Finley have a minor disagreement.
Who's better looking?
It has a lasting impact, though.
It has a lasting impact.
And Chelsea has left the alliance. So everybody just wants to leave Finley and Lauren's alliance is what's happening here.
Well, Finley's spraying people's stuff. Nobody wants to be in that room anymore.
But look at this new alliance. It's like everybody like, oh, wow, I am here for this new alliance. Albert, Chelsea, Davey, Jatia, Taj. So a lot of the people who have either been really connected and have left their alliances and people who have been unconnected this entire time, like Davey and Taj. So here for this. Yeah,
and they're pretty much all on the same page in terms of loyalty too, which I always think is a good thing. Like, there's not one person that's like, yeah, I'm not really believing in this kind of thing. So we'll see. All right, so looks like Beth, you were right. Looks like Ian is the second juror by a vote of 5-1 to 0. Ian, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. All right, so. Let's see. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about the season? I think this is looking good so far. I mean, Drew Christie is really providing the entertainment that we all needed, as well as
a big fight with Finley, and it left an impact, a lasting impression on. I can't imagine what that fight was about. Finley probably got his revenge and pissed on his stuff, or threw up in his bed, and he found it when he got into the bed.
We only have 2 people who have not won a competition who are still left in the game. That's Jamal and Taj. Everybody else has won at least one competition, which is kind of interesting.
I feel like Taj could be clipped soon as somebody who's just like pretty expendable, like not really winning anything for the alliance either. So out of that alliance of 5, I think that Taj could be the first one to go. Also, no wall yellers or banners yet this season. So I guess America's happy with how this is shaking out.
Yeah.
All right. Allison, how do you feel about Finley making it this far?
I'm so proud of him. He's in the top 9. He's doing so good. He's such a good little boy.
All right. Let's see. So that final 2 is still going strong. And looks like Chelsea is all in on this alliance. Her loyalty is 7. That's pretty high. But I think Chelsea's the one that needs this alliance the most, right? I feel like she has a pretty big target on her, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Davey feels extreme hatred towards Drew. Let's see. Taj and Jatia feel a mutual strong bond, as well as Jamal and Finley. And Finley hits it off with Albert as well.
Wow.
Let's see.
Albert's getting a lot of bonds here.
Yeah, he
Finley's
is.
got a lot of bonds for a little asshole. Well, I think if I make it on Big Brother, it will be a joke forever if Finley makes it further in a brain steal than I do on the damn show.
Yes, and a brain steal. All right.
Brain steal.
So
Brain steal.
Jatia has won the head of household competition, and she nominates Drew and Lauren. All right.
Interesting. This is probably Drew's time.
Is a tough. Yeah, I think this is Drew's time. I think Finley's really going to be campaigning for Lauren to stay. The thing is, like, so many people have left working with Lauren that, like, maybe she's vulnerable here. I don't know.
True.
All right, so Jatia draws Taj, Drew draws Albert, and Lauren gets house guest choice, and she chooses Finley.
Of course.
Wow, a surprise. No, just kidding.
What a shocker.
And she has won the power of veto. Lauren, congratulations. So Lauren uses the veto on herself, and Jatia names Finley as the replacement. Is Finley about to be backdoored here?
Finley threw it to Lauren, and this is what he gets? It's the only way this happened.
Oh,
No, it's Drew's time to go.
I think it's Drew, though. I think Drew's going to go.
I don't know. I'm nervous. I could see it going either way. Let's see.
Drew's had some pretty strong dislike coming at him this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Drew,
now they're having a fight. Like,
yep. Drew and Jatia have a small fight, and Albert gains popularity. Yeah.
You can't, guys, honestly, Albert is so underrated. He is very charismatic. He's intelligent. He can win comps. Like, let's not keep him out of our sights for this win, guys.
Yeah. Confession, I've never watched Survivor South Pacific, so I've actually never seen Albert as a player. But he's looking pretty good, so maybe I need to go see that season. All right, so
you have to be in the right headspace to watch it. So if you are super sensitive to the idea of cult-like behavior leading up to an election, not a good time.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I'll wait for that to happen. 23.
It's
Rob's
season 23. It's when they brought back Ozzy and Coach, and they were put on two different teams or two different tribes, and they still had Redemption Island.
okay.
And it was
Sophie
very
won the season.
Jesus oriented.
Yep.
All right, let's go, because I'm nervous. This is not good for me. Stressed out enough, damn it.
All right, so let's see. So Albert votes Drew. Chelsea votes Finley. Davey votes Drew. Jamal votes Finley.
Jamal?
We're at 2-2. Yeah, I'm surprised at this Jamal vote. I'm building this anticipation because it's fun to see Allison nervous like this. Lauren, of course, votes to evict Drew. Taj votes Finley. So it's a tie.
Oh, okay. But the head of
everyone.
household is Jatia, and she just got in a fight with Drew.
Everyone, just take a deep breath and just please, Jesus. This is like
Right.
the phone. Okay, are you, go ahead.
Here
No,
we
wait.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. Jatia.
No, Jatil, why? No, you voted out my Finley over that fucking little shitty guy. No.
I told you casting Drew Christie would be like the best thing we did. They're clearly
on the way out that damn door.
They're clearly keeping Drew Christie around, so they have someone that could to actively have in final two that won't get the votes.
Yeah. Allison, how do you feel?
I'm pissed off. Why would you vote Finley out? He didn't do anything to you. And Drew's been a little cocksucker in the house. And Finley is not. He's not. He didn't start a fight with you. Drew Christie did. Not my Finley. Finley's a sweet with in your lap. He'll tell you, make you feel good, and everything's gonna be okay. He may turn on you real quick and bite, but he turns right back around and he's free.
Well,
we think.
Go ahead, Beth.
What is his jury house arrival segment going to be like? Meow! Just walk it out.
Yeah. Well, Finley, tell us what you think.
So Jadea has voted to evict Finley, but we'll probably do a BRANTSTEELE for like my weekly meltdown people characters. So maybe that is the season that Finley wins. Like maybe
He's
this
coming back.
happen so that Finley plays a smarter, like more strategic. Like
I'm already planning to align with him. So.
He's playing a smart game right now. This was a stupid move, and I hope Jadea goes next.
We'll see. We'll see how it works out. But this really leaves Lauren vulnerable. So maybe she's the next one going.
How dare you?
All right. So this is the only alliance. Albert, Chelsea, Jadea, Taj. This is a very good alliance. I see this alliance going all the way, really.
It was interesting that Davey left it.
Yeah. And he's also feeling extreme hatred towards Drew. So I wonder where Davey's place is in this game in terms of like his alliances and stuff.
Get rid of him then instead of my boo.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea feels medium dislike towards Lauren. I think Lauren's going next.
I think it's going to be Drew and Lauren up on the chopping block.
Yeah. Well, Davey wins the head of household, and he nominates. Oh wait, hold on.
Nope, this is.
This is just.
They get a 5 punishment.
Yeah. Okay. All right. America will be voting for one house guest to secretly be America's prankster. The head of household will name just one nominee, and America's prankster names the other. So America votes for Albert. So Davey nominates Drew, and Albert as prankster secretly nominates Jadea. Allison really wants Jadea gone.
Because you know what, this is justice for Finley. Okay, because Albert knows what's up.
All right, so we'll see what happens. So Jamal, Lauren, and Chelsea are competing in Power of Veto.
Let's see if Jamal will win his first comp.
Lauren wins the Power of Veto. All right. I think that she needed that because I feel like she could have been backdoored this week.
Oh, yeah. 100%. She was aligned with Finley.
And she, in Finley's honor, she decides not to use the Power of Veto. So Jadea remains on the block. How do we feel like these votes are going to shake out? I feel like Drew is gone.
My heart says Jadea goes here because people realize how much of a threat she is, but my head for BRANTSTEELE tells me Drew goes here because of the connection she has.
That's right.
Roy the Virgo says they wanted to split the Lauren Finley duo. Yeah.
That's a strong duo.
All right, so let's see. Albert and Lauren have a major fight. It has a lasting impact. Davey and Lauren bond strongly. And Drew and Jadea have a minor disagreement. Not the best thing to be doing while you're on the block with each other. Like, that doesn't really help either person. So we'll see. All right. So it's looking like Drew is evicted. A clean sweep, 5-0. So
damn, he had a good run.
He did. Drew Christie, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Not happy.
All right, so we are down to 7. We are down to Albert, Chelsea, Davey, Jadea, Jamal, Lauren, and Taj. I feel like I keep saying this, but I think Taj's time is soon. I think that they're gonna try to keep targeting Lauren, but she's winning all these comps, so like that's can't really help that. And we're at the point now where like pretty much everybody's playing in the Power of Veto. So I think Taj is going soon. What do you guys think?
I would like to again point out that not a single Black person has been voted out of this game, and that they hold the majority 5-2. This is very iconic.
Well, what do you say? Well, Finley's a minority, and he got voted out.
I didn't say a minority wasn't voted out. Because Abby Maria was voted out. I said Black people.
Oh. Well, he's gone.
Finley's a whole other species.
Yeah, he's a whole other species. No, but like we casted 5 fucking amazing Black people to represent some of the best that have competed in this game in terms of entertainment, strategy, what have you, and have come up against different obstacles. And I am so excited to have these
people with like very different like gameplay types, you know, like Jadea is like the more like strategic, where Jamal's just like a smooth talker, very social with everybody. So let's see what happens next. All right. So looks like Albert, Jadea, and Taj are double dipping with these alliances here. They have one with Chelsea and they have one with Jamal. So it looks like Albert, Jadea, and Taj is like the true like 3.
That's why I don't think that Taj is going home soon. I think that they're going to keep her around now that Drew's not here because she's a perfect person to sit next to at the end. She's loyal. You know she'll get her there. Either that or you cut her as close to the end as possible so you have a vote in the jury. I actually think Jamal stands a better chance of going home beforehand. He has the least loyalty in this alliance. It's a newer alliance.
Yes.
So
we'll see. All right. Taj and Jatia feel a mutual, unbreakable relationship towards one another. That's very cool. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
So let's see what else. Lauren and Albert feel mutual, medium dislike towards one another. Lauren's gone soon. I mean, that's...
Lauren and Chelsea might see themselves up on the block here, or Lauren... Well, not Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren has won the head of household. I think she really needed this. Hold on, Fright. I don't know which comp that was, but
I think it's the HOH where like it's a haunted house in the big.
Yeah, I think you're right. So she has nominated Albert and Jamal.
Doesn't shock me.
Yeah, and I think her target is Albert because she had that fight with him. So we'll see.
I think the house pressure was to put Jamal up, but she put Albert up for herself.
Maybe she suspects that he won that prankster competition, right? Maybe like she thinks like this is like America's favorite, like he's gonna keep like winning like twists and stuff like that. So maybe I need to get him out. We'll see. Allison, are you okay? You still alive?
Yes.
Allison just is like waiting for Jatia to be evicted.
That's all I'm living for. Revenge. Finley's revenge.
All right, and Lauren has won the power veto as well.
Lauren is really kicking ass.
I am all for Lauren right now. Is it Finley's? She's gonna bring it.
She's an avenger.
She's an avenger.
All right, so Lauren uses the power veto on Jamal and names Jatia as the replacement.
Oh, it's just as for Finley. It's just as for Finley.
Allison,
I think Albert goes here. Jatia has that unbreakable bond with Taj. I don't know.
That's messy though. If Lauren tries to backdoor Jatia and Jatia ends up staying, not good news.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see. All right, so Lauren loses popularity. That's pretty much it. All right, so let's see.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Chelsea votes to evict Albert. Davey votes to evict Jatia. Jamal votes to evict Jatia. Taj votes to evict Albert. So it's a tie. So it all comes down to Lauren.
Lauren, come on.
I think Lauren's gonna pull the trigger. I think she's gonna get Jatia out.
I think so too.
Do it, girl. Come on. What are you doing?
All right, here we go. All right, Lauren votes to evict Albert.
What? No! Why, Lauren? That was so stupid. That's ridiculous.
Are they going to have a jury segment where they show Finley scratching at the TV, showing this happening?
He's not happy. Wherever he is in this house, he's not happy.
Listen, in terms of gameplay, she had 2 people up on the block who could win this game, and she got rid of one of them. So now Lauren's biggest competition to win is Jatia at this point.
Yeah. And we're heading into a double eviction where Lauren is like she cannot compete in HOH. So I'm really scared for her position here. She really needs to pull out.
She has 1 veto. So she could save herself.
I'm so glad Finley didn't make it to the double veto because I'd have a heart attack.
How do you think Finley would do in the double eviction?
I think he would make it by his little claws. I think he would make it.
Actually, do you remember in Big Brother 18, the final 3 HOH part 1 was like they were dressed in like
that was the dumbest piece of shit competition.
What were they doing?
They were dressed in cat costumes and they had to chase a laser.
It looks like I nailed it. I nailed this with my eyes closed.
For that alone, we should have chosen BB18 as the. We'll do that for the My Weekly Meltdown one.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so final 6. We have Chelsea.
Rory says Finley's karma is coming. Don't worry, Allison.
Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine.
All right, so we have Chelsea heading into the double eviction. So we're gonna go from 6 to 4 here. So we're getting pretty close. Just want to reset what we have. So Chelsea, Davey, Jatia, Jamal, Lauren, and Taj. So we'll see what happens.
This is a great final 6, though.
Yeah, I really like how this is shaped out.
I feel like Lauren and Jamal are going to be the two that go here. Maybe Davey.
Who do we think is final two at this point?
Should have been Finley.
Jatia and Taj.
I'm going with Taj and Jamal.
I could also see Chelsea and Lauren if they pull it out here. Or I could see a Davey and Chelsea situation.
I think Chelsea will be there because she will win to get herself there. And I think that one of Jamal and Taj will be there. But the fact that like neither of them have won any comps at this point is really concerning. Like I don't see a situation where Jamal and Taj get to the end together because that would require one of them to win a competition. It's just
Two
not
competitions.
Yeah, true. All right, so we'll see. So the alliances, Chelsea, Jatia, and Taj. And then another with Jatia. So Jatia and Taj are like final two.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I could see Jatia and Taj being in the final two together.
Lauren and Davey feel a mutual, unbreakable relationship towards one another. This is really good for her heading into this double eviction. Taj and Jatia feel a mutual, unbreakable relationship. Jatia and Chelsea feel a strong bond. Well, whole bunch of so everybody's.
Everybody likes everybody. Everybody dislikes everybody. Yeah, we're at that point in the game. Yep.
So the competition is on thin ice. I think it was actually on thin rice. So Jatia, she won the head of household competition. All right. So let's see. Is she gonna be successful in taking out Lauren here? That's the big question.
Does she want to take out Lauren?
I think she does. I mean, like she was.
Shocker.
I was wondering if she was gonna go for Davey. So Lauren and Jamal are up on that block. Yeah. Let's see if Lauren can save herself, because if not, I think that Lauren goes.
I think it's very good for Lauren that Davey is not on the block. He's definitely somebody that I could see swinging and voting to keep her. Yep. All right, so everybody competes in the power veto. And Chelsea wins the power veto.
Ooh,
do we think she uses it?
I don't know. Everybody else has. That's how my Finny got out. Use a damn power veto. Couldn't just not use it for once, please?
I bet she doesn't use it because the other people who would be eligible to go up, she's all connected to. For the exception of Davey. So unless they want one of them to come down and Davey go up, but that wouldn't make sense for Chelsea's game. So I bet she doesn't use it. Yeah,
I think she's not going to use it. Oh, she uses the power veto on Jamal. So Jatia names Davey as the replacement. All right.
It's like I know the game, though, to a certain extent, because I was like the only other person they put up is Davey.
Yeah. All right. So Davey and Lauren are the final nominees. I think this is Lauren's time.
I think so.
Sucks. Yeah. All right. Chelsea's impressing the rest of the house. Lauren has a major meltdown. And this is live on air. Because this is a double eviction, so she's having a major meltdown live on air. All right, so Jamal leaves the alliance. So he realizes that he is on the bottom of this this trio. He's like, listen, I know, like maybe he overheard like a conversation happening during the double eviction between Jatia and Taj. Like maybe she said to Taj, like, listen, you're my final two. I would never put you up, and he overheard that.
Or maybe he overheard, like, we also have this other, like, they're basically trying to do the wise guys thing that Enzo and, what's his face, Memphis were doing.
The Memphis. All right, let's proceed.
Memphis.
All right, Lauren, by a vote of 3-0, you are evicted.
Finley will cut.
Oh, go ahead.
So I think Lauren played a really good, strong game here. 6th place is nothing to shy away from, especially because she had such a big target on her after Finley left. So more power to her for getting this far. All
Absolutely.
Right. So this is the we're down to final 5. Okay. So let's see
who
wins.
We're in the second part of the double eviction.
Yes. All right. Yes. Okay, so switch Jatia and Taj all the way. Let's see if that works out for them.
Oh no! What just happened was the second part of the double eviction.
I'm not sure. I don't know. We are very professional.
We're on week 11, so
we're still in the double eviction.
I think we are still in the double eviction. Yeah. It just like counts like week 11 is not like week 11. It's just like round 11, basically.
Gotcha.
All right, so Chelsea has won the second part.
No. Week 10 would end, and so week 10 would be on the same night as the double eviction.
I see.
one.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you're right. So
we're on the
week
next
10
week.
was a
Yes.
double eviction.
Okay. So that was
Yes.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha.
got you. Okay.
All right, here we go. Chelsea wins the HOH. Oh, my Siri is talking. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So Chelsea has nominated Davey and Jamal. God, I feel like this is the point where Taj and Jatia make final two together. Like Chelsea doesn't realize, and I feel like Jamal made a really good pitch. Like, listen, like they are going to the end together. Like you have no place in this alliance with them. And she didn't listen. She nominated Davey and Jamal. I mean, maybe Taj and Jatia were like, listen, like girl power to the very end. Like we got to take out these guys.
Yeah. I think that's probably what happened.
All right. So everybody competes in the veto. Who do you guys think is winning this veto?
Jatia.
Chelsea.
All right, let's see. I think maybe Davey will win. That would be a nice curveball. Jatia wins the power of veto. All right. So let's see. I don't think she's going to use it.
She's going to use it. Everybody's using it.
Jatia does not use the power of veto.
Wow.
It would be dumb for her to use it because that means Taj has to go up, and that's her final two. So,
True.
So the question is, like, does Davey go or does Jamal? Like, how badly did Jamal like split from Jatia and Taj? They're the only two votes going into this. So they decide together who gets evicted. So.
I think Davey goes.
What do you think, Allison?
I'm gonna say Jamal.
I'm gonna say Davey.
All of Finley's people just getting out.
All right. So Jatia votes to evict Davey and Taj votes to evict Jamal. Okay, so they make it a split vote.
Wow.
So
they want to put that. They want that blood on Chelsea's hand.
Man, they're playing a pretty good game together here.
Yeah.
I think Jatia is the winner of the season now.
I do too. Could potentially be Chelsea.
Yeah.
But she's got to get Jatia out.
So Chelsea evicts Davey. All right. So we are down to the final four. We're down to what a great final four. We have Chelsea.
Here for it.
Three ladies and a man.
Yeah. Chelsea, Jatia, Jamal, and Taj. That is our final four. So
wow.
Of course,
with someone who's won three HOHs and 2 POVs, the other person's won 2 HOHs and 3 POVs, and the other two have not won anything.
Yeah. And Chelsea's really vulnerable here, especially because she can't compete in this head of household competition. So,
but she's got to win the most important thing of the season.
Yeah, that's true. It all comes down to this veto. So will Jatia win this head of household, or is Jamal or Taj going to win their first HOH? Honestly, it's just for safety at this point, so we'll see.
I feel like it's going to be like Jamal wins.
So Jatia has won head of household. All right, and she's nominated Chelsea and Jamal. Not that matters. It all comes down to the power of veto. But Chelsea has won $10,000. So
hey, not bad.
Good for her. All right, let's see.
I said we won $5,000.
That's true.
It's not the same.
All right, so let's see who wins power of veto. Taj wins her first comp in the final four, power of veto.
That's a great comp to win, Taj. That's a great comp to win.
Yeah, so Jatia and Taj won the 2 comps this week going into final four. So, I mean, this alliance is pretty unstoppable in my opinion.
Are they going to get rid of Chelsea because she's a threat? Or are they going to get rid of Jamal and keep it women strong going into the final 3?
What do you think, Allison?
I don't know. I don't know. That's my answer.
I
think that they're going to get rid of Jamal.
Yeah, I think so. And I hate to say
I don't think it's smart, but I think they're going to get rid of Jamal. This is actually cool. All women.
All women.
All black people. This is amazing.
I mean, yeah, this is really cool, but like, I think it's a big mistake if they keep Chelsea here.
I completely agree. I changed my mind. They're going to get rid of Chelsea.
I would. I think that's the move. All right. So Taj, of course, does not use the power of veto. So the nominees are final. And let's see.
Oh, Jamal loses popularity.
So Taj votes to evict Jamal. So we have. Wow.
See, okay, here's the thing. We have to remember in the BRANTSTEELE, they don't follow logic. Not that the players do most of the time anyway. But I feel like, here's the thing. I do feel like they would feel either way, like there's an obligation to stay like women strong or race strong, like either way. You know what I mean? And I think that what they were probably thinking here is they probably each felt like there was or Taj probably felt like she had a better chance, probably didn't even consult Jatia, of being Chelsea's number 2 or being instead of over Jamal. Like that's the kind of situation that Taj would have had to think about. Is who's going to bring me? I need to get into a position where both people will bring me to the final 2.
That's such a losing game for Taj, though. You know, like
totally.
either Chelsea or Jatia wins this final HOH. I feel like either of them bring Taj to the end. So it's really like who's going to get cut at final 3 here, Chelsea or Jatia, 2 comp beasts that have like really powered through this entire season. So I think we're looking at one of them as the winner. I don't think Taj is going to win this game. All right.
Well, I don't think so either, but I think that that's probably what was going through her mind in this simulation.
Yeah. All right, so final 3, Chelsea, Jatia, and Taj.
You said Chelsea might win this, right?
Yeah, I did.
And I said Taj might win this.
Yeah, and Jatia's there for Allison too. It's a root against because of Finlay. All right, so Jatia has won part 1 of the final HOH. Taj has won part 2.
Oh boy!
Chelsea's not getting the finals.
No, there's no way.
They just guaranteed themselves.
So Jatia has won the final head of household.
Jatia just won this game. Jatia just won this game. And she's going to choose Taj to bring, and then she's going to cement that win.
All right. So Jatia votes to evict Chelsea. So
Jatia, you fucking are going to win this. I can't.
Wow. What a game. What a game. Jatia, 4 HOH wins and 3 POV wins. We'll see. I mean, do we see like anybody voting for Taj at the end here instead of Jatia?
Finlay.
Is Finlay going to be a bitter juror?
Yes, he's a bitter bitch.
I think maybe Lauren as well.
All right, so Jatia and Taj, they give their opening statements to the jury, and the jury questions the final 2. I just keep looking at Finlay here.
Yeah.
Well, what is Finlay's question at the end? What do you think?
Why did you cut? Why did you why? Why did you in that tie? Like you voted? Why? I'm such a threat. And Drew, why didn't you just vote Drew out? Why did you vote me out? I want answers.
All right, let's see.
Of course, an answer.
So by a vote of 6-3. Taj is the winner.
Yay!
How? Who voted for her?
Let's see.
I mean, like, so maybe like Jatia is like the Paul. Like maybe she just like really fumbled like her jury questions, and she really didn't take ownership of her being like the strong competitive person of the season. Plus, like Taj is just like so likable. It's hard for her not to go into that questioning. And
that's just the right winner on the BRANTSTEELE for the 2nd time.
Wow. That's pretty powerful stuff.
That's
all right,
like some Allison level stuff.
I know.
So Jay votes for Jatia. Ian votes for Jatia. Finlay votes for Taj.
We knew.
Of course, bitter juror. Drew votes for Taj. Albert votes for Taj. Warren votes for Taj. Yeah. And Davey votes for Taj. And Jamal votes for Taj.
Wow.
Chelsea respects Jatia's comp wins and votes for Jatia. All right.
Wow.
Oh my God! Just like for real? Look at that. Can we cut that? Hold on a second. I gotta do something. Just leave that up there. I need to do a little snipping tool. Hold on a second.
So Finlay has won America's favorite house guest. Allison, how do you feel?
Bringing home $30,000. How does that
Finlay
feel?
has decided, to turn over a new leaf, and he's just happy. He's happy right now. He's gonna snort a lot of catnip in Vegas.
Oh yeah. What an end! What an end to the season.
I'm so happy that this was our first patron episode because I feel like y'all are gonna eat. Y'all have eaten with this one.
Yeah. So this is our boot order. Yeah. Wow.
So how did Finley make it?
What's that? So Finley got 9th place.
Good boy.
It was close, 4-3 vote. All right, so Jatia won the most competitions this season with 7. Let's see, and Chrissy Hoffbeck received 17 votes to evict. So Chrissy was nominated 7 times. Jamal was nominated 6 times. It's interesting.
I didn't see him get nominated that much. It must have been at the end and such.
Drew Christie was saved with the veto 4 times. It's very impressive. All right. And these are just a bunch of nerdy stats and numbers with weekly popularity. So it looks like Finley was the most popular literally the entire season.
He is just everybody just loves a good Finny. They just love him.
This is like the Joker's ratings basically for everybody.
I can't.
This isn't rigged. This isn't rigged. Jesus knows. Jesus knows.
Could you imagine if some Big Brother producer sees this video and they're like, you know what, we should put a cat in the house?
I will lose.
I would rather see that than some of the people they pick in casting, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
And I've got to go in with them.
All right.
I mean, somebody's going to have to go in with them to scoop his box and stuff. He's not just going to go to anybody.
Well, there we have it. That's our first patron show. Finley winning America's Favorite House Guest. Taj, a surprise win at the end.
I'm going to have Finley strapped to me in one of those baby things. Carriers doing OTEV. He's losing his mind. So I will be tweeting out the link to this BRANTSTEELE if anybody wants to play through it, see who wins that season, roll the dice and see how that shakes out. But we wanted to say thank you to all of our patrons. This first show is for you guys. Yes, we have 9 patrons now. So let me actually bring that up. Go ahead and talk only
about
one watched. Are you serious?
Well, live. It's gonna be a link for people to come to afterwards.
I want you to chat with us live, though.
It's a Monday. We got things.
Yeah. Look what I got. Look what I got at Walmart to sit on my desk.
Oh my god.
Is that Pennywise? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the second chapter of it.
Okay, just throw some of the patrons up there before you kill me.
I've never seen it. I've never read it.
Oh, can we just get this over? I'm really gonna fly out of this chair. How have you? No. Okay, well, you have to watch it now, and we have to do a show about it. Do you see what you just did?
All right.
I'm just getting to the point where I can watch slasher films because they're campy more than anything.
That's all I've been watching on AMC.
I've been watching the Scream series for the first time. I'm loving it.
So we wanted to give a thank you to our 9 Patreons. So we have Liza, Valencia, Tama, Stephen, Roy the Virgo, who joined us in the chat.
Yes.
Bill Methling, Luke, Andrew, and Matt Henning. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for being a patron. This show is for you.
Big thwart.
Yes. And we will be doing a patron show once a month for you guys. So we can just shoot the shit, have some fun, and do some off-topic things with you guys. Just as a special thank you for supporting us and really rooting us on. We could not do this without you. So thank you so much for all that support.
I'm thinking about, and this, you guys, I'm getting married on Halloween. And I'm thinking about putting a link to my wedding video for patrons only at first.
Yeah,
so y'all can see it before anybody else.
That'll be lovely.
I support that. All right. Anything else before we sign off here?
I was pregnant with my son during the first Scream movie.
Wow.
But I sat there in a movie theater watching that, pregnant with my son.
When was that? 96?
96.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. And now they're making another one with Neve Campbell. Can you believe that?
I'm excited.
That's going to be awesome.
My favorite horror series is Halloween. Michael Myers.
I love it.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
I've only seen the first one and like the newest one that came out like 2018 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just learned that there's a sequel called Hollywood H2O, and I need to watch it.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. You got Halloween 1, you got Halloween 2, you got Halloween 3 that has no business even being in there, as it doesn't even have Michael Myers. Then you got 4, which is the return of which is.
I actually, so this is a very unpopular opinion, but 4 is my favorite Halloween film.
Okay, I get that. And that girl is going to be in the next updated movie. Did you know that?
Oh, really? Oh my God, that's
Jamie.
so exciting.
And
Yes.
then they have, what is it, H2O? I know H2O came out in 99.
H2O with Josh Hartnett, and they kill Jamie Lee Curtis in that one.
But they also kill Jamie Lee Curtis in Resurrection. And she tells
so we don't
Michael,
count those because she was so good in the return in like 2018 or whatever. I really loved that one. That was very good.
Say that the 2018 one is supposed to be the only true sequel to the first
Yes,
one?
it trumps. Okay. It trumps. Sorry, not trying to. No pun intended. It trumps the other sequels. It's as if they never happened. You watch Halloween and I think maybe Halloween 2.
I think 1, 2, 4, and 5 still happened if they're having Jamie in the new one.
But I'm thinking it's just 1 and 2 because.
How are they explaining Jamie though?
She has a daughter, and that daughter in
the 2018 one was funny because she turns into like this military grandma. She's like,
dude, she's like Sarah Connoring the hell out of her house.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've got a bomb shelter.
And her daughter's like, what are you rolling your eyes for? I grew up with this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to this. Thanks, guys.
We could do a horror movie like next week. We should talk about horror films.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down for that.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, you guys know where to follow us because you're all patrons and all that stuff. So we hope you guys have a really good night. Thank you again for tuning in and playing out this BRANTSTEELE with us. And we will see you guys for the next Patreon exclusive show in November. So we will be letting you guys know when that is. And we will see you guys soon. All right. Take care.
And if you have suggestions of what you want for that show, make sure to put it in the patron page, the Patreon page.
Yes. We're here for you.
Yes, definitely.